Hey Falcon fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Atlanta Falcons Today. It is a Monday. You guys know what that means. We get into the latest Falcons news and rumors. Some interesting stuff here, including at the end, the very first mock draft I've seen for 2023. Way too early for that, but it was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. We'll give you that in just a couple of minutes. Let's start though with Olamide Zaccheaus' playoff prediction. Now this came a couple days ago. I think it came out on Friday, and I was like, okay, circle that one for the show on Monday. So of course, newly re-signed, or I guess extended wide receiver Olamide Zaccheaus, who a lot of people think is going to have a very important impact on this wide receiver depth chart going into 2022. He thinks the Falcons can be a playoff team. Now, he didn't necessarily say, and we'll show you here in a second, we're for sure going to go to the playoffs. I guarantee, right? It's ridiculous to say that, and obviously he didn't. But he did say, as we'll see, he feels pretty confident in this football team, maybe a lot more confident than some Falcon fans are, or I should say most Falcon fans are. Obviously, again, he enters this year, new quarterback, same offensive system from last season, but a brand new contract as well. And the crazy thing is, if they were to make the playoffs, that would go against a lot of predictions and a lot of projections for a majority of people out there who are saying anywhere between 5 and 8 wins for the Atlanta Falcons, as like 8 being the maximum, right? And that's kind of where we're sitting here, maybe 7, maybe 8. How good can the roster actually be? TBD on that one, but a playoff run would be impressive, especially for this Falcons team. Here was Olamide Zaccheaus via the AJC just the other day. I like this quote, honestly. Quote, I feel like we're a playoff team. We just have to put everything together. Really start fast at the beginning of the season and not get into a hole. I just feel like as a team, we can shock a lot of people, end quote. Now, do I agree with this 100%? Not necessarily. I think they have plenty of holes on this defense and really plenty of holes in the offense as well. But if they do put it all together, they can surprise some people, and the schedule is very winnable. Now, if they were actually to make the playoffs, there needs to be really 4 main things that happen, right? So I'm going to give you my 4 big things the Falcons need to do in order to actually be a playoff team. And some of these are exaggeration and some are pretty darn accurate. Number 1, Marcus Mariota has to ball out. There's no way this team becomes a playoff team if Mariota plays 8 games and then they have to start Ritter because Mariota's not playing well enough. If you want this Falcons team to make the playoffs, Marcus Mariota starts every single game this year. He plays very, very well, which is possible, but that's really the only way that they're actually going to have enough, I'd say, offensive firepower to actually go to the playoffs, get to 9 or 10 wins, is if Mariota plays well, because if he doesn't, then you got to bench him, bring in Ritter, and rookie quarterbacks don't really lead teams to playoff berths. It just doesn't happen, even though I like Desmond Ritter, as you guys know. The offensive line, it's got to be top 15 in the league. You cannot be bottom of the league in both major categories, run blocking and pass protection. I think it can, but I think it's going to be more 20th in the league, which is an improvement. They're 27th last year, or whatever the number is, but it's got to be top 15. I think in order to be a playoff team, Atlanta has to have a double-digit sacker. Someone has got to get to double-digit sacks. It's not happened in a very, very long time for the Atlanta Falcons, but if anyone, maybe it's Eddie Katie, maybe it's somebody else, maybe it's Carter, maybe it's Grady Jarrett, whoever, I don't care, get a double-digit sacker, and that means the defense is actually getting after the quarterback, which has not happened in a while. And finally, Pitts and London, your 2 big stars on offense, combined for about 17 touchdowns. 8 for Pitts, you sit back there, 9 for London, vice versa. You would need a lot of touchdowns, aka a lot of production, from the 2 receiving stars in both tight end and wide receiver, Pitts and London. So, it's possible. Will it actually happen? I wouldn't bet my money on it. I wouldn't take all the money in my bank account right now and just throw it on the Atlanta Falcons to make the postseason, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. I'd say 70% chance they don't make the playoffs, 30% chance they do. With all these things happening, then it becomes a little bit higher. So I like the confidence. That's why Zaccheaus said this. He feels confident. He likes what he's seen so far. But I would say let's calm down just a little bit, and let's see what this team looks like in both training camp and preseason first. Okay, at Ripon, comment down below. What are the chances the Falcons do make the playoffs? Scale 1 to 100. 100 being 100% chance they make the playoffs. 0 being they don't make the playoffs at all. Or 1 being they don't make the playoffs at all. Give me your chance in terms of scale 1 to 100. The Falcons make the playoffs down below right now. All right, next story here quickly comes also from the AJC. We throw up Desmond Ritter now, who will be a focus in a topic we'll talk about a lot as training camp is right about a month away. Ritter was talking to the AJC just the other day about his, expectations in terms of starting. And again, I liked his comment here, basically saying, as we'll see, he has no real desire to win the starting job. Well, he didn't really say exactly that, but he's not coming in just focusing on winning the job. He wants to get better, and that's honestly what you want out of your rookie quarterback. Here's what he said, quote, I take it day by day. I'm not coming out here to try to win the starting job. Right here, right now. My job is to come out here and make myself better to them, make Marcus better to them, and make the team better. So that's just my job. My role right now is kind of bringing everyone else with me, bringing the rookies with me, bringing all the guys around me so that we can become better, end quote. Love this. This is 100% right. Ritter's only focus should be learning. If he tries to win this job too early, he's going to inhibit his development. I said this a lot here on the channel. Look at Sam Darnold. Darnold had to win the job early with the Jets. He starts week 1 of his rookie season and never gets off the ground. He gets beaten into a pulp. His accuracy diminishes. The seeing ghost quote was always famous with Sam Darnold, and honestly, it wrecked his career. He's never really been the same. Moments here and there with Carolina, but truly never been the same. And Ritter cannot go back to, or at least should not emulate that process. Now, he's lucky because he has Marcus Mariota in front of him. He has a quarterback-focused head coach, I think, in Arthur Smith, and a team that does not need him to go start right away. And so if you're Ritter, you just roll in there, all about learning how to be an NFL quarterback, how to win as an NFL quarterback, how to develop as an NFL quarterback, and then whenever it's time to start, hopefully later rather than sooner, because you want Mariota to succeed this year, then he'll actually be ready to be successful, kind of like what Patrick Mahomes and some of the other quarterbacks who've done well over the past couple of years. Again, does he have to start week 1? No. I'm a big Marcus Mariota fan. I'm rooting for Marcus Mariota to win the starting job. That way you give more time for a guy like Ritter to just relax, take your time, no need to hurry and get to the starting job. I want this guy to be the quarterback for the next 10 years, and they're not going to go win a Super Bowl this year, but if they can get Ritter ready to rock by the end of this year and starting in 2023, the sky's the limit for this football team, I think, as they continue to add talent around him and develop him as a quarterback. What week this year will Ritter actually be named the starter? Do you have any idea in terms of a week when this could actually happen? I hope it's after week 10. I mean, honestly, I hope it doesn't happen at all because that means Marcus Mariota is playing well. But I think if I had to bet money on it, after week 10 is where I would guess Ritter gets in there. But maybe it's sooner, maybe it's later. Give me your thoughts down below right now. Okay, before we're going to get into the dumbest mock draft I've seen for 2023, way too early mock draft as well, take a look at these t-shirt combos that are available right now at chatsports.com/Falcons t-shirt. These have been available the past couple of weeks, but they won't stay out there for long. Incredible price. Basically 2 for the price of 1. You get both t-shirts that you see on your screen, and you get them now. They're ready to go for the start of the training camp, really. I mean, you can wear this to the Falcons Open training camp at Flowery Branch. So jump in on these, chatsports.com/Falcons t-shirt. You will not be disappointed. All the sizes right now are still available, but as they start to sell out, that's going to disappear, and so jump on your size right now. Okay, I want to end with something fun, way too early, but I want to look at the dumbest early mock draft. You know, looking through topics for this show, and I come across this fan-sided 2023 NFL draft, and I'm like, all right, let's see what they have the Falcons doing. And then you read it, and you're like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Now, again, mock drafts, it's so early. Like, mock drafts are for February, March, and April, right? And they're not meant for June 27th. However, just look at the top 5 here from fan-sided in terms of what the draft could be, you know, mock draft here. Falcons number 1, meaning they're the worst team in football, which they're not going to be. They're not going to be the worst team in football. They might be top 10 worst, but worst team in football is not going to happen. C.J. Stroud. So, I mean, literally a year removed from spending a top 3 round draft pick on Desmond Ritter, and this whole idea of developing Desmond Ritter, you say, no, he stinks. Give me C.J. Stroud. Makes no sense. I mean, I like C.J. Stroud. He's going to be good this year, but goodness gracious, no. Atlanta would be so dumb to do that. Will Anderson, the pass rusher from Bama, goes 2 to the Texans. Bryce Young to the Lions. That's a little more, bit more likely. Seahawks take Miles Murphy, the pass rusher from Clemson. And the Jets take Jalen Duncan, the tackle out of Maryland. Again, names that were way too early to learn these guys. They got to play a full year of college football. But it is kind of funny, right? The logic here doesn't make sense. Atlanta's going to have a lot of needs next year. They're going to have plenty of needs, and most notably, probably pass rusher. I think you're going to throw in there potentially a cornerback opposite of A.J. Terrell, maybe a safety, depending on what Jalen Hawkins and Richie Grant are able to do, maybe an offensive lineman, maybe the best tackle. How much longer does Jake Matthews or Caleb McGarry start at right and left tackle? But quarterback, we better hope is not a need for the Atlanta Falcons, because if they draft a quarterback inside the top 5, it means they don't like the development of Desmond Ritter. And why would you take Desmond Ritter if you're not going to put multiple years of effort into developing him? Like, sorry if he's not ready to go year 1. How many quarterbacks truly are coming out of the NFL draft? I think really the Atlanta Falcons should focus on getting a pass rusher or an offensive lineman, because building through the trenches continues to be the most important thing the Falcons can do to eventually get this football team on the right track and hopefully into a winning season, which we have not seen in a very, very long time. So it's all fun and games because, again, it's so early, and I get the idea of doing a mock draft just for bleeps and giggles, as they say, because who knows what's going to happen going forward. But if they end up having to take Stroud number 1 overall, that means the season was awful, and you don't want that as a Falcon fan. Okay, let's go ahead and end on this. Will the Falcons take a quarterback in 2023? Think they will? Type wide and below for yes. Think they won't? Type end and below for no. I think they will not, because I hope that Mariota and Ritter will be able to hold down the fort. Okay, Ultimate Ritter Day on today's video. Be sure to subscribe. Plenty of content, some roster breakdown stuff happening later on this week, so make sure you hit that big red button. And we'll do a mailbag video later on this weekend, so make sure you guys use the hashtag Falcons in the comments section to get your mailbag questions asked and answered as we pull the best questions from subscribers only later on this week. For Atlanta Falcons Today, producer Jeffrey, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.